Happy Friday, everybody. End of the day, we got stuff going on. We've got dance parties and we've got Buck Creek Festival. We've got all kinds of events happening. So carpool makeup it is. I have already put on my rose water and my primer. I am gonna do the foundation stick. One, because it's super easy to travel with, and two, it has amazing coverage. It also is in a pre-order state. It sold out. Hey Cindy, it sold out when it released earlier this month, and it'll be back shipping again at the end of the month. So I'm gonna show y'all how quick and easy it is. So you just, I'm not gonna put the top on yet. Hey Flint. So you just kind of drawing, okay? No rhyme or real reason unless I had two sticks, and then we might with a little highlight and contour. Hey Susan, I'm gonna take our kabuki brush and I'm just gonna do little circles all around, and that's just gonna help blend it in. This is Tay Doreen. This is taking the place of our cream foundation that we used to have. And I say uh-oh because the car in front of me pulled up. Evidently there was a space, but there's going to stay a space now because we're in the middle of this. So anyways, it took this place of our cream foundation. So if you ever tried it, it's the same consistency. It's just cream foundation in a stick. It works really good on more mature skin. It doesn't settle into wrinkles and fine lines as some foundations do. I am going to grab, I've got my brushes down here in my cup holder. I gotta put me all down for a second. Well, that didn't work. All right, let's make sure I was all blended in. The other thing I like about it too is if you do throw it in the car or wherever you're going, it works also. I mean, obviously it's foundation, but you can use it extra for concealer. So I'm just gonna take my little brush and I'm just, hey Amanda, I'm just gonna brush it on with the brush, and then you can add it where you would add concealer, because it does multifunctional things. Actually, that's kind of good right now, just my little rosy cheeks. And then I'm gonna put the top back on. It's got a little cap, so I just put it on the top, close it back, and then I'm just gonna lightly blend in where I add it under my eyes. Okay, easy peasy. Now it does not dry to a powder finish like our liquid foundation. So I do have our translucent setting powder. It's called our Behold. And I'm just gonna use the same brush I had. Hey Morgan. It's our same kabuki brush. And I'm just gonna blend it in. A little carpool makeup this afternoon. And so that'll give me that powder finish. It's gonna help set it all in one. I'm still gonna do the finishing powder just kind of towards the end. Hey Amy. Ooh, I saw y'all at lunch today. That looked fun. Happy early Mother's Day, everybody. Hey Kim. So I did throw my bronzer, sorry. I'm gonna take my beachfront bronzer, and I'm gonna use our tapered blush brush. It's kind of my new favorite, so we're just gonna kind of do under the jawline. And if it's easier for you to remember the E and the 3, do that too. That one got a little heavy, so I was just blending it down a little bit. And I am just using that for blush, bronzer, the whole shebang today. Nothing super duper. I have got the palette 6 I'm going to show y'all today also. We are hitting it all. I got eye primer, and I'm going to take our concealer brush, and I'm just going to put a dab on there. And I'm just going to brush it on my eyelids. The eye primer is going to make your shadows go on with like a little bolder colors. I don't really ever have a trouble with ours creasing or smudging or anything like that, but if you're using different ones, or if it does that to you, then this will help with that issue also. It does have a little tackiness. If you add it with your finger, you can feel that. I'm gonna let it dry for just a second. And while it's drying, sorry, I had to brush these brows real quick. So one of the things that I'm going to use, I shared a video yesterday with Jordan using our brow brush, our brow pencil. It's got the spoolie on one end. Or this is just like a regular spoolie brush. You can get them anywhere. This is ours. And then it's got the brow brush on the other end. So our spoolie brush, and then the pencil. It comes in light, medium, and dark. This is part of the Kudos, but we're going to use it for the 4D application also. So I'm just going to lightly kind of fill in my brows while that primer is setting on my eyelids. Y'all tell me what you got going on this weekend. I got some extras 4Ds ordered today. If y'all want to try it when it comes in, let me know. Hey Helen, so I'm gonna flip it over to the spoolie side and just kind of spread out that color that I just added with the pencil. Okay, put the lid back on. My fingers are getting slimy. Hold on. Hey Lisa. All right. Hey mama. All right, so let's do, hey St.c, let's do palette 6, okay? I'm gonna take this Calm. It's this kind of like bright white, and I'm gonna do that as like my base all over color, okay? That's just gonna give, hey girl, hey. Mama's still in New Orleans. That's just gonna give us a base color. And we're gonna add our other colors on top of it. Now, palette 6 has a lot of, it's kind of split into two. It's got pinks and reds, and then it's got browns, okay? So you could kind of do like a pinkish red eye, you can do a brown eye, you can mix them together. There's several different looks that you can do. That's kind of what I love about this one. Is it's very, they're all versatile, but I feel like this one gives you a little bit more versatility. Make sure we get that inner corner. We kind of want to make that pop with that bright color, okay? All right. I have got, hey Susan. All right, this is the fluffy crease brush. I know you've heard me say it a million times. It's the baby. Who's driving me? Me. I'm sitting in the carpool line. I'm sure I've got lots of lookers. Oh well. All right, so it's the baby of the blending brush and the crease brush, and voila, you get the fluffy crease brush. So let's take, I think I'm gonna do this blazing, okay? Hey Clayton. So let's go with this blazing, and we're gonna do this corner. We're gonna do little circles, and then we're gonna kind of like windshield wiper it, okay? And I'm just going to do this outer kind of transition area. Nobody's driving. We just sitting still. Carpool sitting on a Friday afternoon. All right. And just tapping it once. And I'm going to do the other side. So I'm going to do, I think, more of like the reddish maroons, pinkish colors today. I just love those right now. And you can get a good kind of rose goldish look with this one. So we're gonna play with that one. little circles. And obviously if you get it too dark, you just keep doing those little circles and windshield wipers and all that fun stuff until you get it down into the shade you want, okay? So next I'm gonna take this Impressive, okay? Let's see which brush. We are going to, this is my angled shadow brush. And I am dabbing it, okay? I'm gonna dab it down the Impressive. And I'm just gonna tap across on both sides. It's just gonna kind of lightly blend it. Okay. I'm impressed. I'm gonna hop over to this Lofty. It's over here on the side, and I'm actually gonna take the blending brush and I'm gonna use that kind of blend all that together right there, kind of right on my brow bone. Just kind of blend that together just a little bit. And it's gonna give it just a little bit of shimmer. Okay, now my favorite thing about palette 6, it has this crazy little color over here called Delightful. It's a whole different consistency of what our other palettes are. It's kind of in between, you know what shale rock is? Like real, I don't know, you know what the word is I'm looking for. Anyways, that's what it's like. Kind of crumbly, but not. You've got to, you just apply it a little different than our other shadows, and you'll see it's almost got like chunks of glitter in it. You know I love a little shimmer, so we're gonna do that. I do like it with our cream shadow brush, and it still has, I use this to apply the eye primer, and so I am gonna drag it through this one, okay? And you can actually, I'm gonna see if I can pick it up so you can see. Like it's kind of like shale rock, okay? I do have a washcloth in my lap. All right, so I'm gonna drag it through, and then with little chunkies, I'm gonna pat it across, okay? So you get the shimmer, but you also get the like see-through or pop-through color of the colors below. It's not as blended as like when I do the other shimmers and palettes. All right, so I'm gonna drag it through again. I'm actually just kind of gonna pick up the pieces that came off when I drug it through the first time. And just pat it all over. Okay. I don't know if you can see how that's different from the other ones, but it is. It's definitely a different consistency, but it's very, very pretty. You just have to play with it until you get used to how it's going to go on. All right, so I'm gonna grab my powder concealer brush. I've still got my palette. I'm gonna take this Calm again. It was that first one I started with, and I'm just gonna touch up where anything fell. What in the world? I had something dark on my brush. Ignore that stripe we just drug across my face. Let's fix that. Now, where that came from. Okay. Perfect. Move that out of my lap. So also, I was saying in the kudos this month, you got the brow brush that we're going to use twice, once for the brows. You also get a dip and draw. They've got 2 new colors. They've got a blue. My hands are too slimy. I can't open this because it's got primer on them. They've got a new blue. We've had a polarized in there, but this is very pretty. Hey, Miss Glenda. Pretty, pretty blue. And then they've got a matte brown, okay? So let's hop on over to the 4D. Let's do this. So anyways, the whole point is I want to show you there is a learning curve to putting this on. I can't help you unless you let me know when you're struggling a little bit. So let's do it. I shared Jordan's video, and I've kind of been doing those same things. So it's different from our other mascaras. It's got everything infused in one tube. You want to kind of wiggle it around inside, and we're going to do one eye at a time. And at first, we're just going to pull it out normal, okay? And I'm just going to touch the end. And the first time I'm going to apply it just like you would any other mascara, okay? So from the base, and I'm going to kind of wiggle out, okay? Remember, this wand has different bristle sizes, different bristle densities on all sides of the wand. One side is round, one side is flat. If you can see, I've also got a twist, twirl, whatever you want to call it, to my hand. You can't do it all at once. Twist it, do it again. Twist it, do it again. You want to turn. You want to get all angles and make sure you're using all sides of the brush, okay? We are not going to redip this stick. It's got plenty of mascara on it. But I am going to grab my spoolie side, okay? You can obviously use a eyelash brush, but I didn't want it, hey Susan, I didn't want it to take off any of the mascara. I just want it to lift and separate. So I'm taking the spoolie side and just gently separating and kind of lifting. Still haven't redipped, okay? It's still not in the tube. So take it again, and this time I'm not starting at the base. I'm going to kind of top it off. Y'all, I don't know why I have such crazy words when I'm trying to put on makeup. It doesn't make any sense. But you know what I'm trying to say. We are just adding to the tips, okay? I am still flip-flopping my brush because while I'm applying, I can't see which side is which, although I know the sides are different. All right? I'm still just adding and touching. And you can like literally see the length being added at a time, okay? You see that? Now, if I was at home, I have my hair dryer right there, I would turn it on cool, blast it for like, I don't know, 10 seconds, okay? That's gonna help it curl. The longer my lashes grow, the more curl they're doing, and so then they start double like looping on themselves. So it's not like a major thing I have to do right now, because they're kind of doing their own thing. But we're just gonna separate again. You don't want them chunky. And see how, like, we're kind of playing with it in between. So that was a good 30 seconds. Still have not redipped, okay? You need to, you want to, whatever, do it. But I can still tell that it's adding stuff to my lashes. I'm still just touching the ends. I like love my corners, so I always make sure that I'm getting those corners really good, okay? All right, so let's do this side, okay? I did redip, and I kind of wiggle, make sure everything's on there. I'm gonna pull it out, dry off, or not dry off, but dab off the tip. I'm gonna do it just like I would any normal mascara. From the base out. I got a wild hair there. I'm gonna wiggle and kind of shake, and you're gonna turn it, okay? If you can't turn while you're doing it, hey Tamara, turn and then go. Turn and then go. But you've got to turn it to get the dramatic effect, because of the different bristles, sizes, density, shape of the wand, etc. All right? Get those corners. Not redipping, putting it in my hand. Hey, Angie. All right, so I'm gonna go back to the spoolie brush. Not dipping, still separate. And I am just kind of lifting and separating. Yes, you can use the eyelash brush, but I already had, like, it's just a good travel thing. Hey, Miss Mary, it's just good travel because I'm already using this. I'm already, hey, Kim, already throwing it in the makeup bag. So it just saves you an extra grab, okay? All right, so probably been about 30 seconds. That's what you want. Still didn't re-dip, and we're just adding it to the tips, okay? You still want to twist because you're getting different application from the different sides, okay? And once again, you can see it. Oh, I dropped you guys, sorry. You can see it. Hey, Pam. Adding the length and the dimension. If you're not, you can re-dip. The slower, I forget what they said. I think they said the slower you pull it out, the less mascara will be on there. The quicker you pull it out, the faster. The more, I'm gonna have to revive that. Regardless, if you're not getting the length just from touching the tips, because I'm not re-dipping, you can re-dip. Fair warning, it puts a lot on the wand. You just have to make sure you're twisting because all sides are different, okay? And there we go. If you're having trouble, try this. Grab you a little spoolie brush. You don't have one at home? Or, I mean, they're grocery stores, CVS, whatever. You know, $1. Grab one and just see if that helps. Big thing, turn your wand, do it, turn it, do it. I only do it from the base out the first time, just like any other regular mascara. And then after that, I'm just adding to the tips. And the only other thing I'm going to do, and this is just normal finish off any makeup, is my finishing powder in light. And that just kind of, when the light hits your makeup, gives it a little Photoshop effect because the light disperses across those particles from this finishing powder and kind of deflects from any flaws. I don't have any lipstick on, I just realized that. Let's see what I got in my bag. Alright, so let's do Luscious. That's one of my fun lip gloss. Luscious is just a pretty lip gloss color we've got. Obviously, you could always tone it down with liner, the bonbons, whatever. But it's one that I usually just kind of have thrown in there because I just love the color. All right, the only other thing I'm going to do, just because I have it handy, is just make sure it's all touched up underneath. And that's it. All right, so that, my friends, is the 4D. It's Little Dance, the wiggle and twirl. If you haven't tried it, try it out. Get your little spoolie brush. I've got some extra 4Ds coming in if y'all are interested. And I hope y'all have a fabulous weekend, and I shall see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye, guys.